This is Game Day Live Overtime, sponsored by Alexander's Steakhouse.
The prep football playoff picture starting to come into view. Welcome to Game Day Live Overtime. I'm Kurt Pegler.
And I'm Patrick Cunningham. Several area teams can clinch postseason berths, and we start with a matchup with massive Big 12 title implications.
How about this? Unbeaten Bloomington at 4-1 Normal Community, both state ranked. Absolutely wild game in Normal tonight. Raiders score on their first possession and then kick to Normal Community. Cole Kretzinger fields it at the 25, goes up the gut, and takes it back 75 yards for a touchdown. He returned 2 kickoffs for scores tonight. This ties the game 7-7, and now the Ironmen have to kick to Bloomington, and it's Cooper Childers. He takes the ball at the 13-yard line. He has some electric plays tonight, and none better than this one. Look at him turn on the Jets. He takes it back 83 yards for a score. Back-to-back kickoff returns. It's 14-7 Bloomington. Monster game for Kretzinger. A beautiful draw play here. 19-yard TD scamper. He scored 5 times. He had 151 yards on the ground. We're even at 14. Normal with some trick plays. Lucas Beatty to Luke Potts, and he laterals it back to lineman Brady Wolf, 6'3", 235-pound lineman running down the sidelines and into the end zone. Big man touchdown. How about that? More trickery. Normal Community with a flea flicker. Beatty to Potts. 52-yard scoring play. 98 points scored in this one. Before halftime, you just felt like this was going to happen. Keontae Hamilton to wide open Carter Tyndall. A 19-yard touchdown here. 35-21 Ironman at the half. That was a big score for Bloomington. They got some momentum, and now Mulcahy's team was not going to give up. But watch Normal's Lucas Beatty on 4th down fake a punt and keep it and go 38 yards for a score on 4th down. A back-breaking play. Again, 98 points in this one. 56-42. Normal Community, a wild win over Bloomington.
Peoria High at Richwoods in an intra-city rivalry. Richwoods junior Eli O'Donnell looking for an open night. He decides to throw it long to junior Kyan Curtis, who jumps to catch it and then dives into the end zone for the score. Nice play there for the Knights. Lions with the ball now. Senior Breon Green keeps it himself, decides he's going to run it from one side of the field, goes coast to coast with it. 78-yard touchdown here for Peoria. Lions win this one 80-30.
Notre Dame and Manual in the Big 12 squaring off at Peoria Stadium, and Manual senior Tyree Porter is going to find senior Mackay Hill open. He's got a little slick opening here. He's going to get in for a touchdown here for the Rams. Comes to the near sidelines and scores. Boy, the Irish, though, once they had the football, they were scoring too. It's going to be sophomore Zach Prebos handing off to junior Ronan Spinks, and he's got a quick spin move, and he's going to fight some Rams, get into the end zone. The Irish win this one 67-24.
To the Mid-Illini, defending conference champ Washington could lock up playoff eligibility with a victory over East Peoria. Now, after an interception by Caden Chadwick in the opening minute, Will Freeman caps it off with a touchdown. That's the first of many for him. Ensuing EP possession, looking for the screen pass here, but it's going to be intercepted by senior Joe Smith. He wanted the pick six so bad, but he's brought down inside the 10. That means Freeman's going to get the call again. He's going to score for the second time in 3 minutes. 14-0 Panthers. Raiders would have a 3-and-out, and then Washington puts together a methodical drive, ending on Freeman's 3rd straight score in the first quarter. Panthers shut him out 56-0. They're 5-1.
Unbeaten Dunlap can clinch a playoff berth with a victory at Canton. The Little Giants trying to put some points on the board. Lake and Otto, he's had a solid year. He's going to connect with Dane Grzanich, and he's going to take this one, make a defender miss, and he's gone. 70 yards to the house. That's Canton's first score of the night, but Dunlap's offense is just humming right now. Truman Tyra rolls out. He goes to Max Sutter. Diving snag here. Eagles put 56 on the scoreboard, and they win 56-21. They're 6-0. They're headed to the playoffs.
Metamora can become playoff eligible with a win over Pekin. Redbirds are up 16-0 after the first, but here come the Dragons. Handoff to Chase Kruger. Up the gut. It's 16-7. Then after a Metamora 3-and-out, they go to him again, stretches out, and suddenly just like that, it's a 2-point game. But the Redbirds run a great 2-minute drill. Stephen Petrie here going to hurl it down the field. Senior Kylan McMillan comes down with it at the 5. That's a gain of 40. And then 2 plays later, Petrie keeps it himself, disappears into the mass of humanity, fighting at the goal line, and the Stripes say he is in. Touchdown. Metamora wins 37-13. They're playoff eligible. Morton at home against Limestone. We go to the second quarter here. Morton's Brody Fritz hands off to Keenan Smith. Finds a gap up the middle for the Potters score. They're up 19-0 early. Limestone with a great response here, though. Bo Johnson uncorks this one to Jalen Cahoe. Beautiful spiral. Brought in and taken in for a touchdown of their own. But Morton proves too much tonight. Smith is going to take another handoff here. This one 30 yards to the house just before the half as the Potters win 48-8.
Normal West playing on the road at Waubonsee Valley. Good non-conference game, good win. 40-35, the Wildcats win on the road at Waubonsee Valley. In the Central State 8, U-High falls on the road to unbeaten Chatham-Glenwood. That was a 42-0 final score. All right, to the small schools. State-ranked El Paso Gridley on the road at Tremont. EPG unbeaten on the season.
And they've got a chance to punch their ticket to the playoffs. Now, the Turks controlled the clock most of the first half, trying to pull the upset. Thanks from this pass, Brett Bain to Josh Pappenhouse. Full extension for the grab. Nice play by the young Turk, but the drive stalls. We go to the late second quarter, still scoreless until Owen Adams swings it to Chavon Maxon in space, and he does the rest. Look at him weave his way around defenders. Goes untouched, 78-yard score to get the Titans on the board. EPG wins 38-6. They're going to the playoffs.
DMAC at home to take on Gibson City Melvin Sibley, and they're down 14-0. Zach Day, the pitch to Sean Denniston. He's going to convert on a big third down play. And so that keeps the drive going. And then it's a big fourth down play with Day rolling left. He finds Drew Swedinsky over the middle. And this is a first down to keep the drive alive. And to cap off the drive, Denniston's going to get a direct snap, and he's going to punch it in. But the comeback would fall short as the Chiefs lose to GCMS tonight 20-14.
Eureka at home against the Shelbyville Rams. Opening drive here for the Hornets. Lincoln Knapp with the QB keeper here. Gets to the outside. He's going to get a decent gain and then tack on 15 more for the late hit out of bounds. Then he's going to go to the air. Finds Grant Hetz here for the first down on the quick slant. And then Knapp is going to finish it off himself. Nice fake on the QB counter. Even fooled me. Goes right up the middle. Nearly untouched for the Hornets score. However, they would fall tonight 20-17.
Leroy on the road playing at Fisher. And opening the season 0-3, Leroy now with an opportunity for 3 straight wins. Already up 7-0. It's Stephen Williams with the keeper. 40 yards to the house. The 2-point conversion is good. It's now 15-0. Fisher with the ball here, but here comes pressure. Keaton Jones at quarterback. He's going to be sacked by that Leroy defense. The Panthers had their way tonight. They get the ball back. Same story, back in the end zone. This made it 22-0 in the first quarter, and Leroy's a big winner on the road to even their record at 3-3, 42-14.
Debuting a new scoreboard tonight. Hayworth can become playoff eligible with the win over Alton Marquette. This was a gritty game for both teams. Hornets sticking to the run game late here with Braden Lash. Pick up a strong 10 yards on that one. Then Parker Bell would hand it off to Lash again. And even with a running over a defender, though, he's just a yard short, but he'd make sure to get that touchdown. Put him up by 9 here in the third quarter. The Explorers would not score a single point in this game as Hayworth shuts them out 24-0.
5-0 Central Catholic can clinch a playoff spot with a win over Decatur St. Teresa on homecoming game. The Saints start off from the Wildcat, snapping the ball to Valshawn Powell. This is a big 40-yard run, and Powell, he's so valuable to this team. Again, later on the drive, he's just going to survey it and kind of jog this one in. And the defense was on par tonight as well. Big red zone pass break up here from Caden Lee. The Saints win this one 61-21. Central Catholic gets the homecoming win. They stay undefeated, and now they're a playoff team. Undefeated Farmington on the road at unbeaten Macomb. 5-0 against 5-0. Farmers coming from behind here. Carson Noy to the playmaker, Jack Gronwald. Just get him the ball. Good things happen. Screen pass. Blockers in front of him. Down the sidelines. 87-yard touchdown. And now they're back inside their own 20. Later, it's Farmington's defense making a big play. This ball is going to be picked off by Landon Crawford, and he's just not going to go down. He's going to take it back. How about a pick six? Big plays offensively and defensively. 30-16, the Farmers are 6-0. Princeville receives a $25,000 check for being a national finalist in the T-Mobile Friday Night Lights contest, the only school in Illinois to make the final round, and they're taking on the Rova Cougars, and this is going to be Eli Christensen putting Princeville on the board there. Then with just a little time left in the half, it's Caden Sarnes to Brady Day. End zone touchdown, 21-0. Princeville wins it 42-8.
Olympia on the road at New Berlin. Spartans with the ball here, working that triple option. Colin Sampson fakes the handoff, flips it to Brendan Hardiman in space. Nice stiff arm to get free there. He's going to coast into the end zone for 6 here. Then Olympia steals a possession. Onside kick. The big man, Darian Holloway. He's going to fall on it, and the Spartans take full advantage with some razzle-dazzle. Simpson pitches it to Hardiman in the backfield. Finds an open Brody Hish there for the score. However, it wasn't enough as Olympia falls 48-32. A lot of games to get to here around the area. Let's check in on some scores. First, in the heart of Central Illinois Conference, Tri-Valley takes down a winless Clinton 56-6 on the road. Ridgeview Lexington with a 17-0 win over Warrensburg Latham. They are 6-0. They are headed to the playoffs. To the Illini Prairie, IVC battled strong against Paxton Buckley load on the road nearly pulled the upset, but they fall 38-30. Pontiac with their second win of the year. They take down Rantoul 42-22. Wrapping up the Illini Prairie Central at home against Tolona Unity. They fall 46-7. To the Lincoln Trail, Prairieland, Elmwood Brimfield on the road at West Hancock. They fall in a barn burner 42-34. And then Stark County falls. That is their first loss of the season, 48-7 to unbeaten Kewaunee Weathersfield. And then down in 8-man football tonight here in Peoria, Peoria Heights falls to Amboy at home 68-0.
Flag football at Peoria Stadium. Richwoods can wrap up a conference championship with a win over Peoria High. First quarter, Richwoods' Akasha Morris takes the snap. Looks like she's going to hand it off, but she's going to keep it for good reason. She's going to break tackles and go upfield. No one's going to catch the speedster. Richwoods is a winner, 32-12 in just their second year in flag. They're conference champions after the win today over the Lions. All right, teams punching their playoff tickets again. Dunlap, El Paso Gridley, Central Catholic, Farmington, and Ridgeview Lexington. They're all 6-0, and they're all now for sure playing postseason football at the end of the month.